Welcome back, everybody, to the Westlake Hornets Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. As today, your number 1 ranked 6-0 Hornets return home to the Hornets' nest to take on the number 23 ranked Washington Huskies. Last week, Westlake took on their rival Utah, who's not had a great start to their season, 0-2 in conference, 2-3 overall. But Utah played them tough. I mean, it's a rivalry game. Rivalry games are rarely blowouts. And while Westlake got the win, they did not play their best football a week ago. And they're going to try to rebound today against a ranked opponent in the Huskies, who have done a good job since losing their star quarterback Michael Singleton last year to graduation. Singleton put up historic numbers, one of the top QBs in the history of this program. And without him, the Huskies seem like they're doing just fine. And a statement game here today for Washington. If they can at least keep this one competitive, I think that'll be a win in their books, because Westlake, outside of that Utah game, has pretty much blown out everybody they've played this year. I guess the Texas game wasn't a blowout, but most of these Westlake games this season aren't even close. Let's see if the Hornets can get another blowout today, or if Washington plays them well. Welcome to the Hornets' nest as the number 23 4-2 Washington Huskies are set to take on the 6-0 number 1 Westlake Hornets, and of course, the Hornets will start off on defense like always, because Washington was actually being kind of generous. Let's see what this Husky offense can do to start off today's game. 2nd and 1 here for the Cougars. Dawson looking to throw it. It's going to be a short pass over to Grant. He's going to break a tackle, still on his feet, and is pounded by Marcus Lee, but still a nice gain of 16 for Micah Grant. So far, so good. Washington is moving the ball down the field quickly at the 31, only a minute into this game, as here is Travis Dawson over to carry. He's going to bring it into the red zone, and these Huskies are moving quickly and efficiently. Washington has been a run-first team this year. Today they've been pass-first. They're going to run it here on 2nd and goal, and it doesn't work. That's Octavius October, number 69, with the nice tackle. Emphasis on the nice part. 3rd and goal at the 2. Do you pass it? Do you run it? This is a really interesting scenario here for the Huskies. Let's see what they're going to end up doing, as Dawson's going to look to throw it. Under pressure from Cole Spencer, that'll be a sack. Andy Pino there as well, finishing it off, but the bulk of that play was Cole Spencer, Westlake's all-time leader in sacks, gets another one to add to his tally. This has been Spencer's worst year of his career, but he's still been great. Washington's going to have to kick the field goal. This won't be a super long kick, about the length of an extra point, plus maybe 5 yards, and the kick is good. So the Huskies will start this game up 3-0. Let's take a look at an EA Sports Studio update as number 15 Cal upsets the USC Trojans 38-27. Big game for Williams on the ground. He finishes with 2 touchdowns. And not a great game for Moore, at least completion percentage-wise. Nice game for the running back Miller with over 200 yards. Number 3 Army barely beats number 10 Clemson 31-28. Oregon beats BYU 35-28. And in a high-scoring bloodbath, despite 6 touchdown passes from Amani Rogers, number 7 Michigan is upset by Minnesota. Westlake's football program is obviously a decade old, and they've always been known as a pass-first team, but this year, they've actually had historic numbers when it comes to running the ball, and Westlake, usually they had that bell cow back who gets a majority of the carries. Not this year. Everybody's getting the love, as Wiggins, with a really tough catch, stumbles in the air, but he'll hold on for 23, and Wiggins has easily been the best receiver in college football, and plays like that show it. Really nice catch by the senior, who I think has cemented himself as probably the school's all-time top receiver. Westlake has had so many talent at receiver. Cortez Thorne, Michael Wilson, Ayo Ayaluko, Everett Lemieux, but I don't think they've had a more talented receiver on this roster than Nigel Wiggins, who's been great since his redshirt freshman season, and this year he has put up insane numbers. Look at this poor coverage. Curtis with a bomb for the slot receiver Frank Bray, 52 yards to the house for a touchdown, and that is how quickly this offense operates. 2 plays and a touchdown for the Hornets. Excellent patience from Curtis, who recognized the open receiver deep, and Frank Bray, the excellent route runner, will capitalize with the touchdown. Washington started this drive past the 50 after a great kick return. Now they have it at the 26. It is 2nd and 1 option. Dawson keeps it. Or 3rd and 1, sorry. Dawson will keep it. He does not get the first. John Paul Patterson with the play. And what does Washington do here? 4th and 1. I think this is a good call. The Huskies will not send the field goal unit out. They're going to keep the offense on. Handoff for Colbert. Does he get it? I don't think so. They're going to give it to him. Looked like he got stopped. That was close. And head coach Mason Conway is elected to challenge the fourth down play. We do not get a first down marker on the replay, which is really annoying, so it's going to be hard to tell. Hopefully we can get a view by the side judge, but that one was awfully close. I don't know if he got it, and he definitely did not gain 2 yards. But it would be nice to have, like, a visual first down marker so we could determine if the ball did cross or not. And let's see what this ruling will be. And the ruling stands. Westlake will lose a timeout. Washington retains possession. Travis Dawson has looked good today. 6 for 9. Nice. Along with 76 yards. And he's just made good passes all day. 3rd and 12. Here's Travis Dawson. Screen for Colbert. Steve Harvey gets baited. And that'll be a first down for Eric Colbert, bringing it inside the 10. 1st and 10 at the 10, essentially 1st and goal for Washington. Here's Dawson over to Grant. Nobody near him. That'll be an easy touchdown for Micah Grant, and the Huskies will take the lead. Westlake has the football back. Last drive, they scored a touchdown pretty easily. Let's see what they can do here. Handoff for Gibbs, and he has no room to go. 3 Huskies swarm the backfield, but it's Jonathan Bobo who gets credited with the tackle. For the second straight week, Westlake is not playing up to their competition. Of course, they just had a 3-and-out. And Washington has excellent starting field position once again. Almost at the 50 at around the 49. 2nd down over to Vincent, who is plowed by Marcus Lee. But he still gets the first down. That's all that matters. And the chains will move for Washington. Their offense has been spot on here in this first quarter. And right as I say that, we get an interception. Marcus Lee stumbling to about the 27, or not Marcus Lee, Marcus Jones, sorry. Wrong safety named Marcus. It's hard to get them differentiated. But that's Marcus Jones with the play, and Westlake will get the football right back. It has not been a great start today for Westlake, and things don't seem to be getting much better. Starting running back Patrick Daly will miss the remainder of the game with a bruised shoulder. Daly did not receive a touch this entire day before his injury, which is a surprise. And now the Hornets are losing their top running back. 3rd down and 9. Curtis is incomplete. And we've got ourselves another punt for Westlake. This offense has looked flat ever since the first drive. Westlake is losing. They're without their top running back. Not an ideal start for them, but if you're a Westlake fan, you still got to be confident in this squad. Is on 1st down. Dawson up the middle for Grant, who's wide open. Micah Grant with a gain of 29. Bad coverage by the safeties, as Jones would eventually bring him down. I'm surprised by the game plan for Washington's offense, but it's working. They're a run-first team, but they have far prioritized the pass today. 3rd down, here's Dawson under a little bit of pressure, and that's Octavius October, the sophomore. Number 69, nice. With the sack, and that'll likely force a Washington punt. They're definitely not in field goal range, and they're also, considering it's 4th and 16, I wouldn't say they're in 4-down territory. Having a guy like Patrick Daly on this offense is so important because Peyton Curtis has been inconsistent at times this season, but having a guy like Daly who can really spring off the big play at any given moment is so critical for this team. Right as I'm talking about Curtis's inconsistencies, he is picked off. That was Price. I thought that said Prate for whatever reason. Michael Price, the outside linebacker, picks it off. Not only is this a big turnover, but Washington gets great field position, and Westlake's offense continues to struggle. Westlake's offense can go on a giant run at any given moment, but so far today they've really struggled. As here's a nice screen pass for Washington. That ball will go inside the 5 for a gain of about 23. Really hard hit, though, from Marcus Jones. Washington has it at the 4. It is 1st and goal. It's going to be an option. Dawson keeps it. He loses 2. Octavius October with another big play. He's having easily his best game of this season. Not a guy who makes a ton of big plays, but so far today it's been the opposite. Now it's 2nd and goal at the 6. Marcus Lee, the only safety deep. Marcus Jones is coming in as Dawson keeps it on the option, and he loses 3 this time. JPP, John Paul Patterson, is there with the tackle for loss. And now it's 3rd and goal at the 9. Actually, it's 3rd and goal at about the 8. But this is a long 8. That's what she said. 5 wide set for Washington. Here's Dawson looking to throw it. He's under some pressure, taking his time over to Battle, who is tackled at the 1. I thought he was in, but they're going to say he wasn't. And what does Washington do on fourth? Fourth and goal at the 1. I like the call. They're going to go for it. You have to be aggressive against a team like Westlake, and they're doing that. As it looks like it's going to be a goal line toss over to Colbert. And does he get it? He does. It looks like Westlake was going to get him for a second, but Colbert dives in. And with 3.5 to play in the second, Washington is up by 2 scores. Westlake just is not playing like themselves right now. I don't know what's wrong, but things are not right. 2nd and 8. Here's Curtis. Nice pass over to the speedster, Ulrich. Eyaluko with a nice cut for a gain of 27. That's the talented sophomore making a nice play. The younger brother of former Westlake wide receiver Ayo Eyaluko, and the older brother of potential Westlake commit Avo Eyaluko, who's a senior in high school at tight end. Westlake is looking a lot better on this drive, but you got to pay attention to the clock. Under 1:20 to go in the half. Hornets have 2 timeouts. Remember, they technically used the one on the challenge. As here's Wiggins with his second catch of the day. That'll go for 20. Westlake's red zone offense failed. They were not able to get a touchdown. Now they're going to send the field goal unit out. Here's Volker Gantz from 25. It is good. And the sophomore, who's had an up and down season, will make it a 1-score game as we near the end of this first half. 20 seconds left. Washington's offense might be doing a little something this drive. They just used their first timeout. They have it at about the 40. Here's Dawson, hit hard by Lewis Kahn, but he's going to dump it off for Colbert. Breaks the tackle, and he's pushed out past the 40. So Washington has a legit shot to make it a 2-possession game before halftime. 2 seconds left in the half. Washington could go for a 48-yard field goal, but they're not. They're going to just try to lob it deep. They don't trust the kicker. Dawson is incomplete. Pass is batted down by Marcus Jones. That'll end the first half. Washington had a golden opportunity to make it a 2-score game, but they're not. And Westlake starts on offense in the second half, so the Hornets have a very good chance to still win this game. Second half underway, and Westlake does not look like the number 1 team in the country right now. The offense has not been themselves. The run game has been really bad without Patrick Daly, as Peyton Curtis, who has 29 rushing yards today, that's more than everybody else on the team combined. Jason Gibbs with only 15, and that pass on 3rd down is broken up. Nobody was open, so Westlake's going to have another 3 and out. It's 4th and inches. Westlake is down by 7. Maybe they're a little bit desperate, and they are. They're going to try to fake the punt. The fullback, Jeff Brandt, keeps it, and he gets 3. It looked like he was going to be tackled behind that line of scrimmage, but Westlake is lucky. That's a ballsy call, and it works. Any would question Westlake's call to fake the punt on 4th down when they were that far in their own territory. But Mason Conway loves to make gutsy play calls. 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Westlake just used their first timeout after some not clearness, I guess, between Conway and his quarterback, Peyton Curtis, going to the line of scrimmage. I probably could have worded that better, as there's a nice first down from Wiggins. So rather than going with the wrong play or some sort of mixed communication, Conway and Curtis are on the same page, and it clearly works as they get the first. 4th and 7. Here's the field goal unit from about 39 yards out. I don't expect Westlake to really get gutsy with this call. I think they'll just go for the simple field goals. The kick from Gantz is no good. It is wide right, and the score will remain 17-10. Westlake's wacky possession to open the half resulted in nothing, so now Washington has the chance to break this game open. 3rd and 5, a little bit over 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Dawson looking, he gets Colbert on the wheel route. Colbert somehow gets out of that mess and is pushed out at the 36 by McGee, but not before gaining 37. 2nd and 2 for the Huskies. It's going to be an option, but Dawson does not pitch it in time. He loses 4. Ray Johnson is there with the tackle for loss. Washington did not trust their kicker from 48. If they were to throw an incompletion here, they'd have to go for a 49-yard field goal, so I don't know if they do. Short pass for Bryant. He does get it. That's a massive conversion for Washington, and they don't trust their kicker. Now they're in clear field goal range. This whole game, we've been thinking that Washington's playing well, good for them, but Westlake's going to make a comeback. It's bound to happen. Well, that might not end up happening as Dawson brings it inside the 5. That really might not end up happening. Westlake could lose this game. They can punch it in. Washington has the chance to not only make it a 2-possession lead, but make it a 2-touchdown lead, and that is a big deal. 2nd down, it's going to be an option. Delvin Hines misses the easy tackle. October cannot bring down Dawson, and that'll be a touchdown. That should have been a loss of 5, but instead the Huskies are up by 2 touchdowns. And this is really happening. Westlake might lose this game if they don't get their stuff together. Westlake has to get on a groove now, or else it'll be too little, too late. First down for the Hornets. They have it at about the 36, maybe the 37. Curtis is going to look short for Gibbs. He has a first down, gets by a defender. Nice play after the catch by Jason Gibbs to gain 16. 3 quarters down, 1 to go. And Westlake has a serious shot of losing this game, down 24-10, but they're looking good so far on this drive. 2nd and 3. Curtis is going to run with it. He's going to look for Nigel Wiggins, who gets hit as soon as he grabs it, but he'll bring it to the 10, and just like that, the Hornets are in the red zone. 3rd and goal at the 5. Basically 3rd and 5 at the 5 if you want to get technical, but whatever. Here's Curtis. He's going to look to throw it. Looking for Curtis Vincent. Is he in? No. He only gains 4. So now it's 4th and 1. I think Westlake has to go for it. 4th and a long 1. The offense will remain on the field. Curtis is going to hand it off for Jason Gibbs, who has the easy lane, and will find the end zone for a massive touchdown for Westlake, and they will cut the lead down to 1 touchdown. The key to Washington's successes today has been the field position game. They don't have good field position here, starting at the 17. If they score here, you can call it game over, I'd say, as here's Dawson on first down. He is the running back open on the wheel route, but he gets sacked. That's a fumble. Ray Johnson forces it out, and it's picked up by Marcus Shelton. And Westlake has it inside the 5. Massive turnover. That ball is clean out before he is down. Shelton picks it up, and Westlake not only forces a big turnover, but they had the easy chance to score. On that sack and fumble, the running back was wide open on the wheel route. Justin McGee did not do well in the coverage, but Ray Johnson came in just in time to force the ball out. Marcus Shelton right there with the recovery, and now Westlake has a golden opportunity to tie the game. 2nd and goal! Curtis finds his main man, Nigel Wiggins, in the end zone for the touchdown, and we are all tied up with 5.5 to play. 5:31 to go. This game is tied up. Washington has the ball. It's going to be an option. Dawson runs right past McCoon, stiff arms Patterson, and that'll be a nice gain of 16. Washington's offense is looking nice to start this drive off, already past midfield, as Dawson's going to look to throw it. Under pressure from Kahn, that'll be a sack. Kahn and Spencer both there with the play. And it looks like, considering this animation, Spencer has broken a record, and indeed he has. The most sacks for any player in the history of college football. That's his 53rd. Nobody who's ever played Division I ball has more than him. 3rd and 12 for Washington. This might be the biggest play of the football game. Dawson looking to throw it. He's going to take it deep, and it's picked off. Marcus Jones with his 2nd of the day. Westlake will get the ball back. Jones with a nice return to about the 35. Massive play by the safety, who's been all over the field today, making a few big tackles. Now with his 2nd INT of the ball game, and Westlake has the chance to take the lead after being down by 14 starting the quarter. Westlake is looking good so far on this possession. Field goal takes the lead. That's almost as good as a touchdown, just easier for Washington to come back as on 2nd and 4, or 2nd and inches. Sorry, that's a big play for Kevin Kirby. Now it's 3rd and 4 as Jason Gibbs loses 3. That's actually a really big defensive stop for Washington. Here is Curtis. Short pass for Wiggins. He outruns the defender, and he barely gets it. Wow, that was awfully close. I thought for a second he wasn't going to get it. While I don't think Westlake is too worried about the time, if you're Washington, you've got to be terrified. They do not know how much time they're going to have, and I'll give you a hint. It probably won't be a lot of time. Curtis, risky throw for Wiggins. Can he get in? He does! Nigel Wiggins with his 2nd touchdown of the day, and it's a big one. Westlake now takes the lead with 1:23 to play. 1:16 to go. Washington has all 3 timeouts. Don't count them out quite yet. Here's Dawson on first down. Looking for Grant. Nice catch by Grant. He is pushed out past the 50. Washington has it at the 44. Minute 11 to go. Illuminati confirmed. They still have all 3 timeouts, so I don't think the time is too much of a concern at this point for them. As Shelton nearly with the early jump there. He's lucky that Dawson didn't hike it. Speaking of Shelton, he's going to get the sack. Loss of 8, as it's the big junior defensive tackle making the play. And just like that, it's 2nd and 18. That's a gigantic play for Westlake's defense. Washington decided to use their first timeout. They have 2 remaining. Exactly 1 minute to go here in the 4th. 24-31 your score. Here's Dawson. He has all the time in the world, and he connects with Matt Vincent, for 22. And the Huskies will use their second timeout. 3rd down and 10 at 24. 44 seconds left. Washington is down to their final timeout. Here's Dawson. He's going to run it. They're going to hand it off. Eric Colbert loses 2, and now it's 4th and 12. Awful play call by Washington. Now it's 4th down, and that's Steve Harvey with the sack. That's game, folks. Harvey, the redshirt senior, with the play, and Westlake is going to walk out of this game with a W. This game was far from a cakewalk for Westlake, as Washington played them really tough, outscoring them 24-10 in the first 3 quarters. But Westlake came alive in the final frame, outscoring Washington 21-0 en route to a 31-24 victory over the Huskies. Westlake will improve to 7-0, and barring something crazy, will remain number 1 in the country. Washington will fall to 4-3 and likely be taken out of the AP poll. That'll do it for the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you have not already. And as always, have a good one. Peace.